OCO, how's everything going, my friends? Good morning, America. Good morning, good morning. Uh, I sit here and been seeing a lot of stuff on the news and different articles and people's commentaries and things. It's like, dang, man. This country is like really screwed up. It's like, man, what's going on? It's like you're waking up each morning to find yourself in somewhere in the twilight zone. But I wanted to address some things with you, to talk to you and try to get your thoughts and stuff. If you're not afraid of the thought police, be sure that you leave your comments and your views and things down below. Sure appreciate it. And if you do pop into the chat, hey, feel free to, share your thoughts. And if you want, you can come on the panel. You're always welcome to do that. Just remember, if you have a disagreement, keep it civil. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing and having different opinions, because that's one thing that in the beginning had helped make this country what it, I could say what it is, but I'd say what it was. But yeah, this country is really, whoo, yeah. So, I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going on in the news and things, and been hearing about, well, we all know about the gas prices going up and food prices going up, and Mr. Sleepy Joe talking about that there's going to be food shortages all over in other countries in the world and here in our country. But then he turned around and said, but we got plenty of food. Well, you might have plenty of food, but that food is going to just go to waste because people are not going to be able to afford it. But I can guarantee you this, at the rate that it's going, mind you, at the rate that it's going, time you probably get around, I don't know, August, uh, October, September, somewhere around in there, you're going to have people looting stores, I mean, it's just in the people of today, it is in their nature. Now, I don't fault people for wanting to do what they can to feed their families. But look, guys, looting is not the answer. What does that make you? All right, if you loot, all right, and you used to condemn others for it, what does that make you? Think about it. But it's one thing if a store has been abandoned because it closed down and it's no longer in business and there's food in there and you're in a dire situation, like war, disease and all this, and the government and all them are not doing anything to help you or whatever, it's like, well, then, yeah, all right. But then it's not looting. It's just about surviving, all right? But you don't go and steal, you know, because, you don't know what else to do. Now, on this channel, all right, I have playlists on how to, also survival tips, stuff. Go check it out. Check them out. And you'll find all kinds of videos. And also on growing food. I also got a playlist there. Um, Look, you can grow your food and all this, what have you. I mean, there are solutions to a problem if you think without panicking. Uh, it's one thing about people that are doing uh, fear mongering, and then there is the actual facts of reality of what's going on and what can and will happen, considering with the facts as we have them now laid out to us, right? So let me encourage you to don't give up, on morality, on good morals, right? And have good thinking. Use your senses. Think about what you're doing, what's going on, and the solution to it without robbing and stealing. That's not the solution. But here's the problems. All right, we're looking at food shortages. We're looking at a possible nuclear war. Oh, there's no doubt we're going to end up involved in World War III. And if we have nukes flying, is it going to be an all-out nuke? You know what I mean? All-out nukes, left and right. See, if that was done, really, there wouldn't be any inhabitable place on Earth, and you might as well hang it up. And if there's any survivors, they won't last long because the radiation all out. I mean, all right, think of it like this. First of all, all animal life would be destroyed. Oh, you would still have your insects, your cockroaches and such, but pretty much all animal life would be destroyed, you know. And if any survived, they definitely contaminated. So that does bring up a question. See, if nukes are flying and you got your shelter and everything, you got your dogs and cats and everything taken care of with you and all this. However, let me just say, or should I say ask, let me ask, what will you do with like your livestock? The ones that you have prepared, used for having food, like your chickens, and your rabbits, your cows, goats, pigs, etc. All right, because there's not going to be a whole lot you can do when they are contaminated bad or die from radiation, right? And so the question is, what do you have? Well, for one thing, I would suggest, besides your food that you have stockpiled or put back for preparing for such emergencies, all right, is to also have you some bags of soil. Whether you buy it or you dig it up or something and put them in bags, 5-gallon buckets or big containers or whatever you may put them in, to have that ready for preparing, to grow your food. Because yeah, it's gonna get bad. But I'm sure if you look hard enough, what I don't have on the playlist on my channel here, I'm sure on YouTube there's some YouTubers that do cover those particular topics on what to do in the case of a worst case scenario. So, but however, I think that does bring a good point. But you hear that? That's Wendigo. That's the rooster. But anyway, okay, I'll try to ignore him. He's just right outside. Anyway, we are looking at the way things are with our country, right? What is wrong with this country? Are these the last days of this country as we know it? I'm not saying the last days, period, of this country. I'm talking about the last days of this country as we know it, okay? Because you're looking, all right, at a government that has fallen. I mean, the administration that we got idiots in there. Actually, that's a little harsh word. More like morons, all right? They are, you got socialists and communists, or we might as well just call them for all what they are, Marxists, all right? And if you don't believe me, then why don't you go and see about either buying or looking up in your library or whatever or online the Communist Manifesto. And I'm telling you guys, if you read, now some of you might have read it or read part of it, if you read that and see what's all in that and then take a look at this country, you tell me that this country has not been or is not turning into a communist country. We got leaders who are Marxist. If you're a Marxist, you're a communist. And you got people around here that are, today living in this country, and I don't even know how they're still living. How did they even survive this long? I don't know, because there is no sense or rhyme or reason to them. Their way of thinking, it's like it's a wonder they're even alive. How did they even learn how to eat? I mean, their education and stuff sucks, man. They're trying to make your kids turn into Marxists, to communists, socialists. Oh yeah. And all right, and now here's a thought. Here's just a thought. All right, whether it ends up this way or not will remain to be seen. All right. And we all have our views and thoughts on this. So, I mean, share yours. Okay. Let's say, with the way things that are looking right now, okay, let's just say we have, all right, World War III has officially started. All right, do you think there's going to be an election? No. Those idiots, those fools who are the current leaders of this country are, all right, in a fraidy hose or whatever, but thing is, they're not going to have another election. They're going to be the ones calling the shots, and they want to remain in power. All right, and the thing is, with communism, Marxism, and all that, socialism, whatever, it's all the same. When they are in power, all right, the way it works is, a lot of people think, well, you have plenty. Oh, yeah, my brother's on the roof, so please excuse the noise, all right? When you have all this stuff going on, All right. The these people will not have I've been sitting there losing my thought because of him. But trying to patch the roof up there. Um where was I? Oh, well, the thing is where when you got people who think you're going to have plenty because of government, and they depend upon the government, and the government wants you to depend upon them, look on them. All right. See, these people who think the government will take care of you and that you're going to have plenty free stuff. I mean, the the rivers is going to be flowing with gold and silver, and and food is just going to be pouring out, the food out the horn of plenty, and boy, we're just going to live in paradise. Well, they don't realize, first of all, those who do have anything is going to lose all that, and guess where it's going? To those leaders, and those leaders will be vying for power among themselves. They will eliminate, not vote out, but eliminate the opponents. I mean, that's the way they work. But do you think you're going to have plenty? Nah. All right, now with this scenario on World War III, like officially breaking out and all this, there's not going to be an election. The idiot, the morons, should I say, plural morons that are in there in our government now, well, they're not going to worry about losing their position. They're pretty much secure. You know, and some of this will sound like conspiracy theories, but it is a theory, or, some of it's fact, is that it seems like all this was started for a lot of selfish motives, the war and the oil and everything problems that we've been having was designed. Now, I do know for a fact that George Soros had started a lot of this, but that's another subject for another time. But the problem is that the thing is, whoever's to blame, officially, like the initial person that started it's in the back in the shadows. No matter who it is or what it is, the thing is you got all this crazy stuff going on. All right. And somehow, it just seems like it just like all this about an election coming up, it might not happen. I would hope that it does. I really do, because, I mean, those idiots that are in there now should not be in there. I frankly don't care who gets in there as long as they do their job and do it right. But the question is there such a person? That is something only you can answer. I mean, you got people today that are just crazy. I mean, you got people don't even know how to define what a woman is, and probably saying they don't even know what a man is. They don't know how to define a man or define what a woman is. Uh, Gee. Okay, let's suppose you go out to your cattle. Let's say you got your cattle, all right? And you have your cows out there, all right? Now, among them, all right, you have bulls, all right? Now, could you just picture, all right, you have one stall with a bull, and boy, is he a bull, right? And could you picture someone saying, man, isn't this a great bull? Wow. Well, look at that muscle tone. Look at those horns. I mean, look at that strength, and on and on. And then someone say, "Well, how do you know it's a bull? It might be a heifer. What why don't we ask that bull if it feels like a bull? Seriously." But I mean, really, I mean, you got people here that are nuts. If I believe a person can be whatever they want to be, but I'm not talking about like, well, I think today I'm going to be a dog, and I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be a dog tomorrow, and then next week I'm not for sure, and then next week comes along. I done figured it out. I'm a tree. Don't call me he or she, but plant life. Are you seeing and you understanding what I'm saying? I mean, it's plumb crazy. People are nutcases, morons. And in the school, they teach this crap to the kids. All right, the way a person believes in, all right, each person, each individual, that's part of the freedom of this country. But I don't think that included, uh, you know, uh, no, I won't even go there. No, I'm not going to go there. Scratch that. All right. Uh, but all right. The thing is, people are crazy. I mean, and when they protest, it's they actually a lot of them, not all, but a lot these days. When they are declaring what they're doing, when it should be a protest, it's actually a riot. And when it is maybe a peaceful protest, those who like to riot and cause trouble somehow come in among them. It's kind of like in those comedy scenes where someone's, standing around listening to someone speak or talk, and nobody's really caring for what the person's saying. They're not understanding, and just standing there, not cheering or nothing. Then someone in the background, yeah, you tell them. Then they walk around over, yes, he's right, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Um, you get people like that, and of course they end up stirring up trouble, and next thing you know, they go and get others of their own ilk, and then they start in a full blown riot. And some will say, "Well, it's because of Joe Blow Brown, because the police had done this to him, and it was unfair, and all this. So we're going to protest." And they're out there burning buildings and stuff, committing acts that are outright criminal, robbing, stealing, killing, raping, and everything else. And then when those people are caught, this is unfair. This is racism. Yeah, it's racism when it's convenient. I think someone ought to make and put all these people that are got this problem keep hollering racism, racism all the time because they're doing stupid stuff and they get caught at it, and yet they're they got to blame racism. They ought to put them out on an island somewhere and say, "All right, here's your island. This will be your new country, and you can have at it now. However long y'all live and survive, that will remain to be seen." Yeah, those people are dangerous, but sadly, they exist in this country. But the thing is, all right, we are a race of human beings of many colors, uh, skin color, all right, and we live on one earth, one planet. Why can't we all get along, even with our differences of views and thoughts? And see, today though, we got people that if you don't support their way of thinking, they will either kill you, beat you up, use extortion, anything they can to destroy you and hurt you by any means, just because you don't see things eye to eye with them. I don't expect, like with me, I don't expect anyone to see things always eye to eye with me. We all have views. You may agree on some things, maybe not on anything I'm saying. You uh, may, or kind of like down the middle, or unsure or whatever. I mean, but we all have our thoughts and opinions, and we should respect each other as such. You know, I mean, if you disagree with somebody, you disagree. And the thing is, a simple solution is to agree that you disagree, still care about one another. All right, in your family, in a close knit family, I'm talking about. Even they have, difference uh, of opinions and views. So, but do they hate each other? Do they uh, ostracize somebody just because their brother, sister, dad, mother, whatever, wife, husband, or whatever thinks differently? True love, true love is what will make the world a better place. But I mean, you and I both know that there's a lot more that could be added to this, about what's going on. But the the thing is, this country is today. Yeah, this is not your grandfather's country that he knew, or his grandfather, and on down the line. It cannot even be recognized as such. This country is not even respected by other countries, and you'd have to admit, rightly so, because of the people that's in our government right now, the ones who's calling the shots. So, yeah, you know, a lot of this stuff is really concerning to us about what's going on. Now, there's some people that live or living like there's no problems. There's not going to be no problems, but those are the ones when the crap hits the fan. Guess what? Who are they going to come to? Where are they going to go? Who are they going to go to when it does? All right. If these people that are like that are this way, right? Where they living in this fantasy bubble and not really looking at the big picture. When the crap does hit the fan, guess who they're going to go to? They're going to either, if you're prepared for all this stuff, they're going to come beating on your door. And either they're going to be prepared to blame you and try to rob you and everything else just because they don't have anything because they were too busy living in fantasy world and they're too lazy to do anything about the situation, before it got bad. It's one thing if somebody was handicapped and they need help and there's nothing they could do, and maybe they're by themselves, you help them. You should never be selfish. And if a nuclear exchange ever took place and you know someone who, and you got room, if you don't, try to make room for that person who doesn't have anybody, that is handicapped and they need help, especially your elders, but help them. That is your duty as a human being, as a person that's supposed to have decent, good morals and good judgment. Because if you don't, then you're not a good person. You're not. You're a selfish, greedy, you know what. So, anyway, the country that of today, right now, the question is, what has happened? All right, this country I see from all the things around me, and what's going on is not the country that we knew as kids or our grandfathers knew, and etc. It's something totally alien, if you think about it. And it's not going to get better. This country will not get better. And you ever notice these ads that they keep pushing? Huh? These ads that they keep pushing about money, 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 money. The American dollar has gone kaput. Yeah. And they're going to keep pushing all this stuff, and you're making money, money. They want to appeal to the greed of others. Seriously. I mean, we all could use money to pay our bills and what have you, right? But I'm talking about they want to appeal to that nature. Give me, give me, give me. Want more and more, get better things and stuff. But you're not going to get better things. Why? All right. Whether it's tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whatever. You go, this country, once it goes to war, it will. And I'm talking about here in this country. You think that stuff that you got is going to help you? No, it's not. You're going to get nowhere. All that stuff that you greedily hoarded and bought into and all that is zilch, nada, nothing. This might as well be dust in the wind, you know. But see, these are my views and thoughts, I'm just trying to encourage you to share your thoughts and views. We all got them. You might have a take on it that maybe I'm overlooking or not seeing, and I'd love to hear it because there's a lot going on. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, but we do know this. The way things that are going, the way it's going presently is not good. But it does not hurt for us to pray and hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. If you can remember that, it could go better for you mentally and for your nerves as well, because it's enough to rack people's nerves. Like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to get food? What am I going to do? I mean, prices are, how am I going to get to work? Or there's going to be a lot of businesses go out because of these gas prices and the prices of everything else going up. Eventually, stores is going to collapse, close, and people's going to be out of jobs. And the more people you get out of jobs, the more people is going to be end up losing their homes, more people and stuff. And people who become desperate under those situations, they can go kind of nuts. So that's why it's always better, pray and hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. You know, be prepared for it. That way you won't get caught with your pants down. So, anyway, I said enough. I do want to say, please go see Danny Staten and Daily Dan's the good or uh, Daily Dan the good stuff. I believe that's the correct. And Daily Dan's blogs or in his other channel. I do know for sure I get it right, Danny Staten. And also go to Hawk Paranormal and his wife's channel, Brenda Hawkins, Paracryptid Hunter, and Jeremy D. Day, also Country Boy Explorer, and also Second Star Survival, and Maria Tobin, hashtag Haunted Hellcat, and there's a lot of others here. There's so many. But go check their channels out and show them some love. And I will catch you another day and be blessed. And I don't know for sure, but let me just say this, that come, let's see, what is today? Monday. Around probably Thursday, either tomorrow night, or probably, I would say, maybe Thursday night, probably late, probably around 10:30 or 11 p.m. on this channel. We'll be going live. So that's a little heads up on that. But hey, you never know, because stuff happens. I mean, just the best thing I can suggest is around 11 p.m. each night, between 10:30 and 11. Keep looking on this channel, for any live streams, because sometimes it's hard to keep a good schedule here because stuff happens. It's like I had ended up yeah, I don't know what was going on, but I had bad lower abdomen pains. I mean, they were bad, not kind of like, oh, I gotta go to the restroom. No, I mean, I'm talking about bad pain that was doubling me over. But ended up late. It took about 6, 7, 8 hours or longer for the pain to slowly subside. But man, it was bad. But anyway, people, we all get where stuff goes on. Either we're not feeling good or tired, whatever. A lot of stuff on our plate, whatever. So it's hard to keep a schedule like what we would normally do or would like to do. So, all right. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Be blessed. And I will see you in the funny paper. And I will catch you later. All right. I love you all and be blessed. Aho, and be careful out there. Stay safe. Aho.